Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about Week Two's Thursday live eviction episode of Big Brother 28. Last time on Big Brother, after lots of fighting, when Devins won the veto, a fake breakup ruse worked on him when he saved Lyric from the block and replaced her with her showmance Rome. Before I dive in, links in the description to my playlist to catch up on my recaps and rankings. If you like the content, consider liking, subscribing, and commenting what you thought of the episode. But let's dive into it, starting with our Thursday night tradition.
What's Julie wearing?
Ooh la la.
Exquisite.
Julie is wearing a lovely red dress. This dress is exactly what I like her to wear. Nice and simple, she looks gorgeous in red. And a tacky, chunky necklace that looks like it was made by hand in a nursing home craft room to make Julie feel comfortable on show night. We pick back up where we left off. Devins just replaced Lyric with her BB Rome. Jason calls this a Brokeback Mountain scenario, but tells us he can quit Rome. Rome is stepping up. He's the hero in his own mind, throwing his life on the line to save his baby girl. Melody is confident she could beat Rome in a vote, but against Jason, that's questionable. But she has Drew's support for what it's worth. Rome and Lyric continue their breakup lie by kissing, hugging, and whispering baby talk in the shared bedroom. They're campaigning and working Yash, Lala, and Taylor's votes to keep Rome. Lyric tries to count votes for Rome in the diary room, but girl, you don't have the votes. She resigns that she's just going to cross her fingers and hope Rome wins the Blockbuster. Great plan. Angela is paranoid that Drew is in the storage room with a bunch of people. She thinks he's strategizing, but he is just in there playing cookie games and Ring Around the Rosie and flirting with Melody. Dee and Angela hate Drew's flirtmance with Melody and consider splitting them up. Mallory and Barrett talk. These two never get screen time. They seem to want to work together, and Barrett tells us he feels on the bottom of his alliances. Mallory encourages Barrett to think about keeping Rome so he can come for the icons. This show is trying to convince us that there was a real campaign to keep Rome, which was creative storytelling. Drew and Barrett talk. They agree on a final two. They want to start chopping at their alliances and target Camus and his friends. They hope Rome wins the Blockbuster and does their dirty work, breaking up the tool shed so they don't have to. Drew must have taken a bribe from production, doing a diary room session, saying he'd be open to voting for Rome to stay. Give me a break. Getting to the live show, we head to the Blockbuster competition called Pirates Booty. They need to move the treasure one piece at a time to sort their doubloons, rubies, pearls, and emeralds into 4 like stacks without putting pieces on the floor. Julie unleashes the players on the booty, and when I say Jason annihilates the other two, winning this Blockbuster, the way my hands hurt from clapping and cheering at this win. Julie reveals Jason's win to the house. He's so proud of himself, but Lyric is devastated. You know your man is screwed when people are hugging you in this moment. Rome and Melody give nominee speeches. Rome calls himself the garbage man. Melody tells the group she has a lot she can offer them. These speeches were boring. Let's get to voting. Notable moments from voting include Jason begging Ryan Murphy for forgiveness, and a part, Yash shouts out DJ Khaled, shouting, "We the best." Lyric votes Rome out. Drew calls Julie honeymoon vest. Julie says, "Oh my goodness, behave yourself." In the end, there's one vote to evict Melody, and it's Taylor. Everyone else votes to evict Rome. Julie reveals that by a vote of 12-1, Rome is evicted, and he announces to the house that he is in love with Lyric, and he doesn't care who knows it. This was sweet. Rome is in good spirits about his eviction, saying it was an honor to be nominated by Devins, and he was happy to see Jason happy after winning the Blockbuster. Julie tells Rome the one vote to keep him wasn't Lyric. He's shocked that it's Taylor. Julie thinks Taylor was playing messy and strategic. Julie asks Rome if she's invited to Rome and Lyric's wedding, telling Rome that Lyric's dad's song needs to be their wedding song. Julie is obsessed with Lyric's father. When Julie Chen used to throw panties at Lyric's dad, they give Rome goodbye messages, including a teary goodbye from Lyric. So we say goodbye to Rome here, who preseason told us he wanted to be a leader of the submissives, and that checks out. He became the leader of this side of the house that has all the disorganized players who were looking for a leader, but the leader they got was way too focused on cuddling and kissing. There was potential for Rome to be a good player, but his head just wasn't in the game. It was in this relationship. And he and Lyric, while both weird with each other, are perfect for each other. The way they both have exactly the flavor that they need in each other is kind of sweet. I think we could see Rome again on the challenge or Amazing Race with Lyric, but maybe not Big Brother. I would not prefer it. but I'm glad his stay was short. Julie brings out Ross Matthews for a little chat. Ross is rooting for Angela and Drew, and we'll be on BB Unlocked tomorrow where they'll reveal all of the powers and punishments that we'll see on this season, which is exciting. The first half of this episode bothered me. The show totally wasted time trying to convince us that Rome could survive a vote when they could have focused on the more interesting vote between Jason and Melody, which was more the toss up. Or could we get a segment on the Melody Drew flirtmance before Melody was potentially evicted? This episode was saved with, in my opinion, the perfect result. Jason winning the Blockbuster was a great moment. There will be a lot of votes for Jason this week in the fan vote. We're finding out the prizes and punishments tomorrow. I'll make my predictions or a wish list. We need one that affects HOH and nominations, one that's veto and one that's for eviction. For HOH, let's get some kind of steal in HOH, specifically the deepfake HOH. Bring back that big screen. Let's get Janky and Ainsley back while we're at it. The coup d'etat is controversial, but is the most iconic power in BB history. A diamond veto would be a practical alternative, and we have to have a halting hex back. That or Caitlyn's puzzle. I love some funny business with an eviction. For punishments, I know we've had one costume already, but remember how iconic the red unitard used to be before it evolved into different variations? Bring back the red unitard. And there is no more classic punishment than being trapped in a room with Jesse Pictacular. So that's all I have to say about this episode. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode, Jason winning the Blockbuster and Rome's eviction. What are your predictions for the powers and punishments? If you liked the video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be back later tonight with my week 2 player rankings. Until next time, you know where to find me. Bye.